Hi guys, TF47 here, and today we're taking a look at the brand new for 2025 Classic Flying Scotsman. Here we can see the packaging there. Here's the back of the box. Now I have to say, I was probably the most excited for this model out of all of the classic models for the tender engines that we've gotten. Here we can see the top of the packaging, the great render there, Flying Scotsman. Here's the bottom of the packaging. And we have that awesome Thomas barcode there too. And here he is, and he looks absolutely splendid. He's still long there with the tenders. I have to kind of like move him over into one shot and then go back to see the other side. We can see here that we have the great detail there. The lining on it is beautiful. You have the nameplate, the number boards. I mean, just absolutely incredible details here, and it looks amazing. I love the outside cylinders there, and of course the molded piston rods. It just looks really cool. Next up are the tenders, and these are actually different than the ones that we got with the previous Flying Scotsman, which I thought were interesting. I thought they would have kept at least the same top part of the mold there. Here's a look at the front. We have that great detail there with the face. Kind of looks like he's squinting or like he's trying to win a race. I really like that. We have the painted buffers there, and you can see the outboard cylinders on the bottom there too. Alright, here's a look at the other side, which is pretty much the same. Again, we have all that great detail there and a nice cab insert there with the black plastic. I like that. Here's a look at the back of the first tender, the back of the second tender, and you'll notice that lamps are missing. There were molded lamps on there on the old model. There's the back of the engine. Here's a look at the top. We'll see the great detail there on the top of Flying Scotsman with the funnel, and of course all the molded detail there for the tenders as well. And then here's a look at the bottom of the engine as well too. And then here's a comparison between Gordon and Flying Scotsman, and I really like Flying Scotsman's proportions a little bit better than Gordon's. You also see that he looks great with the Bachmann and Trackmaster figures as well, or Bachmann figures I should say. Alright, and then here are the battery installations, so you just move that screw there at the front, add the batteries inside, and Flying Scotsman is off to win another race. Alright, so let's go ahead and have him run around this little layout, and I'll give my final thoughts on the model. Alright, so all in all, what do I think of this model? Well, I'm going to tell you, I absolutely adore it. So, I have always enjoyed Flying Scotsman, even like in the days before the CGI series, like when he was in the Railway series and everything, I loved it. And when they brought him into the CGI series, like, it was just really cool to see him and get more of a personality from him, right? I love that brotherly rivalry that they have with him and Gordon, and it just works really, really well. I will say too, the proportions on Flying Scotsman feel a little bit better than Gordon's. You know, with Gordon's, it's a little bit chunkier. With Flying Scotsman, it feels a little bit more scale. So I wish they would have done what they did with Flying Scotsman with Gordon, because they're really pretty much the same engine almost, you know, with a few minor details. So I think had they done that, it would have worked just a little bit better. Not saying that Gordon's a bad model, but I think it would have done better if they had gone the route that they did with Flying Scotsman, because he does look absolutely incredible. The tenders are very nice. I wish the tenders were a little bit larger. They do feel a little bit small, but I think that these would be great to work with the previous version of the Flying Scotsman that we got in the Trackmaster 2 range. I'm going to try to get them and put them together, see if they'll work. I don't have that model with me right now. He's packed up since we just recently moved to our new house and everything, so trying to get everything sorted out. But I do think those tenders will work very well with the Trackmaster 2 version of Flying Scotsman. But all in all, I love this model so much. I'm so happy to have him here in my collection, and just cannot wait to get even more of these models. Now, I already bought a second Flying Scotsman to keep in packaging, you know, for the collection, and then I also plan on getting a few more of this model because I have some custom ideas as well, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, that's my thoughts about this model. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know which model I should review next. Anyways, that's all for now. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.